Okay then, Helldivers, we are back. We have got loads to go over today. As 2 years nearly after the game actually launched, we're still looking in for new awards for the title. On top of that, they are pulling in brand new employees into Arrowhead Game Studios, which is definitely an interesting insight. We're going to take a look at what it is that's happening with the development team right now, as they seem to be underneath the biggest mute known to man. And we have got to take a look at the Galactic War map, as it seems that this major order may as well have been a complete and utter dud. Nonetheless, we're going to take a look at everything you guys need to know today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option. And now we've got sugar-free cans to boot. The link's down in the description. Use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And if you want to get involved with that giveaway for super credits, then it's very simple, man. Just head down to the comment section and put in a broken heart. I think the story of Helldivers right now says everything that we need it to. We'll announce that one in just a few days' time. With that being said, let's see what's going on right now inside of Helldivers 2. So starting off, we're going to take a look at the Galactic War map. And there's a lot to take a look at, as this major order is pretty much dead in the water now. We have got to hold Astaroth Prime and also Andar. They're the two planets inside of the MO. And it appears now that we've pretty much secured it, man. We've got about 5 days remaining, but no matter which way we take this map, we're looking at around 2 to 3 planets in between absolutely anything. With the current attack over on Hydrobius, it seems that there's like literally no likelihood that they're actually going to take these planets at all. As we managed to secure Shetty, and then after that, we also managed to secure the planet of Alarath. Both of those were quite large attacks, but it seems that these two planets are pretty much safe. So this major order may as well have said, we are fixing a lot of things, so go and do whatever the hell it is that you want to, because my lord, there is nothing to do on this map right now. We also have an attack over on Classa at this point in time. No sub-faction actually on this, but an attack on it nonetheless. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet. Seems like it might be a bit of a quiet weekend on Helldivers 2. So if you guys are Arc Raiders fans, make sure you jump on. We're going to be giving you guys all the news on that one later on as well. Moving in from that one, though, we have some news coming in from the Arrowhead team itself, as Helldivers 2 has actually been nominated for a Grammy in the category of Best Score Soundtrack for Video Games and Other Interactive Media at the 2026 Grammys Awards, which is absolutely awesome, as it's managed to lean in with Avatar, Indiana Jones, Star Wars Outlaws, and Sword of the Sea. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like that's a pretty solid take and a obvious win there for Helldivers, which is really nice to see. Liberty still obviously has its wins moving forward. It just seems that a lot of these games are probably a little bit older and maybe aren't even relevant. It's kind of wild to me that they're still getting awards for those sorts of things, but it's really nice to see that they're still getting those achievements. Talking of achievements, though, it seems that they are really trying to achieve greater things as they are building their team over at Arrowhead Game Studios. We can see right here via current Arrowhead Game Studios job listings that we now have a senior technical artist and a senior narrative designer. Now, this is pretty damn interesting because it does intrigue me as to what it is that they're looking into these areas for, as both of those roles really look towards new style of content, whether it's the technical artist side of things, which is obviously the design work of how the game will actually look and working with the designers to make sure that the game's future does look quite bright, and then the narrative designer, which is also looking at the way that the game can moving forward in terms of content. We obviously have a lot of the old ones that haven't been taken yet, such as IT managers, chief technology officers, senior gameplay programmers, and senior system designers, but it's kind of intriguing to me where it is that the game is actually going to be going. The main reason why I say that is because right now the game seems to be in a bit of a slow-paced limbo, which is really, really odd. We've been looking and keeping an eye on everything all of the developers inside of the studio have been saying inside of Discord, and my lord, it is like an absolute ghost town. But what is it that we actually have from the developers at the moment? Well, the Baskinator, a week after October, is still talking about Ink Divers, and Mitchimus is just enjoying his life, bouncing around the meme table all over the Discord. It's actually hilarious to watch, but they don't actually seem to be talking about anything constructive. There's been absolutely no talk of anything changing and no movements moving forward. It's been a little bit of a ghost town over there, which is not anything like Arrowhead Game Studios as far as it goes. Now, I can comfortably say that as I make videos on a daily basis, and 9 times out of 10, there's always someone saying something. But Jojo is quiet. We also have Yusuf, the enemy designer, also quiet. Even Shams Georgiani seems to have put a muzzle on, and everything is just become a little bit taboo. With regards to Johan Pilestad, apparently he is back, but I've seen absolutely nothing and heard nothing from the man since he's returned from sabbatical. It just seems very quiet. So what does that normally mean for the game studio? Well, that means that they are normally hard at work on some really big changes. I'm not going to confirm that that's definitely going to be the case, but it normally does run down that narrative of when the studio are quiet, it's because something big is happening. But whether that will run true in 2025, we'll have to wait and see. But it's been a really weird time in the Helldivers 2 space. Content creators are dropping off the mark left, right, and center. Even myself expanding into other games. We have players that are dropping off again left, right, and center, and it's been a bit of a weird space for the game indeed. I think we're all finally realizing that this game is definitely event-based, and right now there seems to be no event, but the players will return when something big eventually occurs. Nonetheless, we've got to take a look at your latest upload and what it is you guys had to say from that, as players were left confused by the latest developer blog, which really didn't have anything substantial in it at all. You'd think that they would have learned from the Mikhail interview, but apparently not. This first message right here coming from Blizzy122 states, I miss MOs that would unlock new stratagems like the mech. I'm pointing out that the current filler MOs are just that, filler. We go here to defend these planets, and that's really it. But if Arrowhead said, oh, these planets' resources would aid a future Super Destroyer upgrade, I think that the community would be more inclined to actually want to do said MOs. Now, it has been over a year now since we received anything from any of these major orders with regards to any new stratagems or upgrades, and this has caused for a little bit of a negative in terms of a community mentality around the major orders. Right now, I don't know why they've just stopped doing them, but it almost seems like we're just playing for the story. There's not really anything else that comes from it. It's actually really, really sad to see, because they were probably some of my more excitable points inside of Helldivers when it was down to the crunch line, but there was actually a reason to do it, and there was a potential loss of something cool at the end of an MO. Right now, we just seem to be securing planets for no apparent reason, and it would intrigue me to see how the game would go if we just never focused on a major order and just let it play out the way that it does. Would Super Earth actually fall? No, I don't know. I'm not convinced. This next one right here states, Xbox Diver here, trying to hold out till the next war bond, but getting bored. Some missions on repeat is too hard to make an impact to major orders, so I've stopped bothering with them. The major orders, for me, have been boring since I got on. All I got in my memory is defend Hellmire for almost 3 months straight and get some fireworks. Also, their balance changes and how they decide to lie and hide enemy buffs and weapon nerfs makes me agree with those being vocal that Arrowhead and their own game to fall. Arrowhead doesn't seem to respect our support, time, or feedback, which seems to be every game developer these days. Not sure how long I'll stick with this game if the dishonesty and nerfs continue. It's also so tiresome, which for me is actually a really big shame. This is not the story that came from Helldivers before. This is not what we experienced for the first year, no matter how big the highs and how low the lows. This is not how you described the studio, and it's not how you described the game. For me personally, it's a real disappointment to see where it is that it's going, and hopefully they take a turn at some stage, because, well, this next comment says it all in overs. Balloon Key states, justice for Erevan, justice for Buzz Lightyear, and justice for the Coyote. Now, if you guys don't know, Erevan allegedly put up a video with regards to a full leaked war bond. I personally didn't see it, but you guys have made me aware via comments, and that's been striked. Now, obviously, if it's leaked content, then they are well within their right to strike, although not a lot of them across YouTube have been striked. Since that point, Erevan hasn't uploaded, and we all know the story around Erevan so far, so a bit of a weird one to say the least. As far as Buzz Lightyear, I believe that conversations are still ongoing, but if I want to give you guys my honest 2 cents on the matter, I have really just given up. I don't talk to Arrowhead that much anymore. I'm not involved in Propaganda Commander chats, and I'm pretty much just on a back burner until something actually changes in terms of the actual game itself. I'm not entertained by this corpo crap anymore. For me personally, if you're not going to do anything with your game, then I'm not bothered. So we're focusing on other avenues and just popping up the info that you guys need to know. And finally, justice for the Coyote. Well, yeah, okay. The only person who had your back was Nicholas, apparently. And even then, that was because he must have felt bad via the video clip. I think that says everything it needs to say. Nonetheless, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe and post notifications turned on. That's all we've got time for today. Make sure you stay tuned, as we've got an Arc Raiders video going up for you later on, as it is update day and there's new hidden bunkers and so much more to feature. Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.